This is the Harbor Freight China Wait a minute, that's not right. This is a vintage Markel heater. It says Neo-Glo element, guaranteed for life. Oh yeah. It's in rough shape. It's rusty, as you can tell. It has off, high, medium, low. It is missing a knob here, unfortunately, but such is. The back of it, I can't make out what that says. It says not for embark, not for embark. I don't know what it says. So if anybody can try to make sense out of that, I'd appreciate it. I don't know what it means. Obviously it didn't come from the factory that way. And on the bottom is the dater plate. So we'll take a look at the dater plate. And we'll zoom in. Markel Electric Products Incorporated, Buffalo, New York. Made in USA. It's a model number 198 TS. 1500 watts, 120 volts, 60 hertz. So it's definitely after the 60s or mid 60s or something like that, because it says hertz. And 1500 watts at 120 volts is 12.5 amps. Allow the Shark to explain.
As usual. One of the things I love about this heater, guys, is that, you know, a lot of heaters that you have, electric heaters, so to say, okay, they're usually either radiant heat or fan forced heat, okay? Now on this particular heater, you actually have the option of it being radiant, fan forced, or both. And the way that works is, if you look over here on the switch, okay, actually, you know, go over here. It's probably hard to see, but there's an element back here, okay?
Yeah, you will see it later.
Yeah. And there's an element on the front here, okay?
Right, that you can just barely make out there. Right
yeah,
there.
And on the knob here, okay, there's low, medium, and high. And basically the way that it works is, on low, the front or bottom element, however you want to say, right here, is the one that comes on. And this is just a radiant heat, you know, it reflects the heat back towards you. When you put it to medium, the element up here turns on, and there's a fan inside that forces the heat out. And on medium, this element on the front shuts off. And then obviously when you go to high, it puts both of them on. So that's one of the things I love about this heater, is that it gives you the option of fan forced or radiant. You don't see too many heaters like that. That's why I think it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely interesting. All metal. The plug has been replaced, but obviously they get molded plug disease. The cord is original, and it does have a little nick in it, but I'll put some electrical tape on that. It doesn't look bad. I picked this up at a garage sale that we didn't know existed. We just were driving by and there was a sign and we said, oh, what the hell? So I picked that up, and a couple of fans. Oop! Spoiler. The knob, like I said, is missing, and I cannot turn.
Yeah, like it's like locked into place. But,
yeah.
But from what we know, it's on the warmest setting, so it's going to run as long as you have it turned on.
Right. So we're all set. We have the watt meter here to see. So let's go, I guess, to low, yeah, and I'll watch the watt meter here when you do that.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
So that's 600 watts or 590...
Or 550 maybe. Like, does it get less as it warms up?
Well, it is going down.
Yeah, so... Okay.
It's gone down 1,500, almost, 1,500, 15 or 20 watts now.
That's one hell of a wattage drop.
Right, and we are getting warm.
Yep. It does take a while for the element to glow, but when it glows, it's really nice.
Yeah, these Neo-Glo elements in that. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill the lights. We'll let this run for a minute or two till it starts lighting up, and then we'll show you that. And there it is. The camera does make this appear brighter than it actually is. It's more of a dull red glow instead of a really bright orange. Maybe even a dull orange glow, I should say. Not to be confused with Billy Mays.
Well, let me show you how to take care of all your wood with Orange-Glo Wood Cleaner and Polish, made with pure orange oil. It cleans, polishes, and protects all at the same time.
But anyway, that is running. The watt meter you cannot see is currently saying 561 watts.
So it could be like 560 for low.
Yeah, somewhere around that. It did start at 600, but let me kick the lights back on and we'll go to medium, and then when that one glows I'll show you that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, 552 or 3. Let's go over to medium now. And you see that starts going out. If you can hear, the fan did start. By the way, this is in as found condition. I got this fan, I'm sorry, this heater and the 2 fans, which will be in upcoming videos, for 17 bucks take all. I thought that was a pretty fucking good deal.
So
especially for New York.
Yeah, exactly. It started at like 760, so it could be maybe 700. Not sure. Find out.
I don't know if we'll go quite that low.
No? Okay. Maybe like 7.
But anyway, now the back element is on. Again, you got to wait for it to heat up. And the fan is on. So we'll come back with the lights off for that. There is the medium element. The fan is still running. The watt meter is reading 715, 714. Plus, we also have the load of the fan. So I wish I knew why people started pronouncing it fan. And it's funny because you can see the shield in the front here. I know you can't really see my finger, which sort of blocks the back where that is. See if I come up to the top. But I really wish I knew why people say fan, because it's not spelled that way.
It is kind of cool though, because when you look at it, it's like the bottom half is dark and the top half is glowing. Well, it's more like 3/4 and 1/4, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, when you put it on low, it's the opposite.
Yeah, interesting. Like I said, this is in as found condition. The fan has not been oiled.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Another thing to point out too is that the fan forced heat is directed more upwards, as you can see, whereas the radiant heat goes more forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. That has settled at about 703 or 704. And we just have that one on. We're going to go over to high. And now both are on. It says 1.22.
So about 1,220.
Something like that. And we'll let that get warm and show you that. And here are both elements on. I'm kind of looking down from the top here. And that's what you would get. If you look from the front, you see a line right here, which is the heat shield for the front one, and the glow from the back one. You do get more heat directed upwards than you do outwards, because this is the lower wattage element in the front, and that's the higher wattage one. Plus it has the fan behind it. Again, the camera is making this brighter than it actually appears.
One thing I do want to add is, like, I like how they have this heater set up in a way where if you put it on the floor, notice how these are raised up a little bit more, not down by the bottom of the heater.
Yeah.
It's safer that way. So if you've got a soft floor,
right,
less risk of it possibly catching fire.
All right, we can't see you in the dark, but that's all right.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, the watt meter is reading the same 1.22. And I'll turn the light on just so you can see it, and then we'll... Or it actually, no, change of plans. Let's just shut it off here.
Yeah, and see...
and that way you could see it, like, spin down, so to
exactly.
speak.
Okay, I think you turn it once this way and it shuts off. Yep.
And what's really nice is that you still get the residual heat out of them that you've already paid for.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they glow for some time. They really do. And the camera just about can't see it anymore, but they're still both glowing. The bottom one more than the less than the top one. The camera can no longer see it, but they are just a very dull orange. Okay, so that's going to wrap this one up. The Markel heater, I forget the model number, that's old and cool and awesome and rusty, but awesome. And thank you for watching, and hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
That's a huge value, all for just $19.99. But you gotta call now. Here's how to order.